would you have a score of how many brides you would have dressed?
Over 2,000.
And one of them is me.
Of course, yes.
What is the highest amount of money someone has spent for their bridal or the whole look?
4.5 million.
Huh? 4.5 million? That's excluding the jewelry. I'm going to give this to y'all. There are other things as well, not only like naughty ones. There are good ones as well. Y'all just look at it and see what y'all like out of it.
You want us
No,
to see
no,
now?
no. You see it later. Can't open here. Like all the Tamil aunties will be like, "Hey, what is this? What is this show this girl has gone? Huh?"
It's time.
Welcome to the show. This is Date with Danu right here on Hi TV, your luxury channel. Today we are all set to speak about the beauty industry, and also we are having a mum-daughter duel.
Hi, I'm Anusha Rajamohan. I'm a cosmetologist and a bridal makeup artist.
Hi, I'm Shara Sundar. I'm a wellness coach. Excited to be on Date with Danu.
My job is to make women beautiful on their big day. In fact, I've dressed Danu as my bride too.
I'm a wellness coach, so I coach people to get better with their health, both the physical and mental.
We're so excited and I'm thrilled to go on Date with Danu. Looking forward to it.
Welcome to the show. I'm sure you would have seen these faces out and about, especially in the world of beauty. I have Anusha and Shara who are joining me today. This is a mother-daughter combo. They have been in the world of beauty, dressing, giving these extraordinary experiences to brides, and also they have mostly conquered the world of the Tamil beauty industry in terms of dressing, and it's a complete art. So let's speak about it as we move on with the show. So Anusha, thank you for joining me, and also
Thank you for inviting us. We're so thrilled.
So Anusha, I just want to know, when did you start this
26 years before.
And was she in the making or she was already made?
I was so particular that I had to start the business before getting married.
Oh, okay.
So it was the business
Soon after.
first, soon after. Yeah.
Right, okay. So tell me about this thing, you know, in every beauty culture, like, or in terms of hair and makeup or the look and feel that you finish, it sort of changes culture by culture in terms of where you're coming from, even the type of jewelry that people wear. Like even if you take the whole Porua, you will see the differences between Udarata and Pahatarata. You have that very, very significant changes. They may not be so big, but you can see it. And when it comes to the Tamil type of dressing, it also has such a big variety. Tell me about that for those who may not know about it.
Yeah, when it comes to the Hindu tradition, the bride and groom are considered to be Shiva and Parvati.
Oh.
So it's a union between those two Shaktis or the energies, those elements.
In every wedding?
In every wedding. So that's why they have this Homakundam, the fire to be witnessing the union of these energies. Right. And the colors are chosen accordingly. The major changes I see is like one is the Indian weddings and the Jaffna weddings.
Right.
Though they are like two different, cultures, but still when it comes to the basic, the fundamental of everything starts from there. It's Shiva Parvati union.
Wow.
So the colors are very auspicious, more like reds, yellows, magentas and all. And
do they differ, the colors? Do they differ according to the star sign or any type of this thing?
Yes, according to their culture and the family traditions. Right. In terms of Jaffna weddings, they don't go for greens, blues and purples, but whereas Indian weddings, it's very common to go for peacock shades and shades of purple and all. But now the current trend, people go for anything and everything. Pastel colors are in trend.
Nudes and things like that.
Yeah.
Now nobody cares about all of all the unions that's happening there. Like, let's stick to the shades.
Yeah.
Now, you have been in front of her, seeing all what she does from the time you were just crawling. Literally, you were thrown into this world of beauty, I think, when you couldn't even say mama. Correct?
Correct. Yes.
Do you like it though?
Yes.
She took time to answer that. Huh? I just want to let you know, she took time. Yeah.
Yeah,
She's confused, I think.
Sometimes being raised in a family of fashion, it's interesting at times. Sometimes it gets too much as well, overloaded.
It can be overwhelming because I'm sure you deal with such variety of people, the dramatic ones, the kind ones, the ones who are forever yelling at you. But I don't know, I have worked with Anusha twice, I think, and both times she has maintained cool. I don't think you ever let your emotions take over or even let it come out. How do you handle that part? Because I think mother-in-laws or mothers, daughters who are getting married, or everyone's opinions can come and really bother you.
Definitely is. I think I'm resilient by nature. Like I've gone through so much in life, maybe.
Yeah.
So you process it, and we're trained to keep our mouth smiling all the time. Even the sky falls on your head, you're like smiling. You know, maybe it's
It's
the
a Colombo
training.
survival method.
Obviously.
Yeah, yeah. And tell me about up to now. Would you have a score of how many brides you would have dressed?
Over 2,000.
And one of them is me.
Of course, yes.
Am I 2001 or am I also in the 2000?
Maybe 1,005. We did it 12 years before, right?
Yeah, man, it
Yeah,
has been
time
so
flies, yeah.
long. Days really do fly really fast. Now, did you ever want to do anything else?
Yes, I'm more into life coaching
Okay.
and wellness.
So that also comes hand in hand with this. I think you need to bring all of them into life coaching. Calm down, it's just your wedding. I think, but would you take over your mum's reign?
Yes, part of it, yes. But in a different platform, I would take it.
Right.
I don't think she's going to do bride. She's a very good makeup artist, to tell you the fact. She had been trained from 12 years.
I'm sure.
But she's more into coaching now. But she wants it to be more to do with wellness,
Right.
longevity and things like that.
Time for a break because we have hot seat coming away. Thank you to our friends at Crystal Luxury Wellness for joining us on Date with Danu, as always, so supportive. I would like to tell you they have a range of amazing treatments that they have for you. Here's something that you'll really be interested. Talking about, you know, wellness and getting into life in a new way. There was a time when we never bothered about what we consumed or what type of care we took off when it comes to our body, our mind, our soul. There was a generation like that because everything was so fast forward. But now, especially the youth have taken into consideration, you know, you need to fuel your body with only the right things, giving it the balance of, you know, yoga and mind relaxation, and your body really needs to rest as much as it works. Now, considering all of that, Crystal Luxury Wellness launched their Crystal Villa, which is a one-stop place for all your wellness needs. It could be mind relaxation, it could be yoga, it could be Ayurvedic treatments, or even a nice dip in this fabulous thing called the floating pod. You have all of these options, including elixir, which is world-renowned. You can now visit Crystal Luxury Wellness for more details on all this and more. Now, talking to two of these ladies, I thought we have questions that we need to ask. Now, these are a bit like not so bad because, you know, you don't have a lot of gossip about you, when you are one of those very clean months. So hard to find. Don't feel happy about it. It's very hard for us. We like people who have done some mistakes in life. Okay. Has any beautician in your industry given you unwanted attitude?
Putting me in trouble.
Yeah.
Can't name ne
Yeah, just say yes or no.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you tell the incident? Then the ones can figure it out.
Could you?
Okay.
Say it
Who has
again.
given you like unwanted attitude?
Attitude, yeah. Maybe when I came into the field, I was just after giving birth to my baby and I was pretty fat and I was having long hair and I wasn't so stylish. So I just went for a fashion show to take part, and the way they treated me was like, not so great, but that gave me motivation. Okay, I'll come back. I'll come back strong. So I'm so thankful to that experience.
For the attitude given.
Yeah.
But are you more expressive with your emotions, or are you also someone who is toned down?
I can be both.
I have not seen it though. Wait, it might come. Okay. If you can name an industry leader as a true inspiration out of the following, who would it be? Both of you could answer. Nayana, Ramani, Michael.
Ramani.
It's Ramani.
What is the highest amount of money someone has spent for their bridal or the whole look out of all the brides you have worked on?
4.5 million.
Huh? 4.5 million? That's excluding the jewelry. What were they walking in?
It was a destination wedding.
And the sari was?
From top to toe, plus the family together. Not just the bride, but the groom.
That's half a house in Piliambala. I can buy half a house in Piliambala. I'm sure there are people who have spent more. Do you feel that the mainstream bridal dressing are now poaching on the whole Tamil market and sort of forgetting the whole roots of culture?
Could you repeat it? I didn't get it yet.
Like, do you feel that the mainstream bridal dresses are now poaching into the Tamil market as well?
Yeah.
And they're changing the whole...
Yes, yes.
Okay.
A lot of fusions happening. Yeah.
But do you feel that's a good thing or a bad thing? Because considering the fact that everything has, like, you know, we would have seen videos where when they put the nalal pata, there's like the mother comes and there's a moment, there's something very special about it, and they are tuned to it because they are from the religion, from the culture. But when it comes to the whole Tamil element, like how you spoke about, it has Lord Shiva and all of this involved in it, do you think they are willing to follow it, or do they know it?
I think there can be changes. Change is always good. Coming up with new ideas, it's really good. And I always tell you have to know the rules, you have to learn the rules, but at a point you have to break the rules. That is where the creativity is, exposed. But coming into the Tamil tradition, I think you can do variations, you can do fusions, you can do creativity, but the fundamental elements got to be followed. Now, for example, if you want to keep the Chandran and Suryan, sun and moon, there is a way to keep it. That depicts the Ida Pingala, the energy centers.
Right.
So you have to keep it in the right position, because the people who are going to follow the artist, the new generation makeup artist, they have to know that. So that has to be given, the knowledge has to be given to the next generation.
Yeah.
So those fundamental elements got to be given importance, whomever is doing the dressing, and they have to know why they are doing it, why certain colors are not used for a Tamil wedding. All those things, I think, if those can be taken in consideration, cool.
How many times has your mom dressed you as a bride?
For shoots, I would say maybe twice.
Oh, that's it.
As brides, I was initially not willing to do bridal on her unless it's her wedding. But it happened to be, twice I dressed her as bride. Mostly modern looks.
Not the traditional.
Not the traditional.
Okay. I'm going to give this to you. Mother.
Thank
Mother
you.
is the winner, as the daughter is very quiet still. Let's get into a break. We'll see you right after. Thank you to our friends at Crystal Luxury Wellness for joining us on Date with Danu, as always, so supportive. I would like to tell you they have a range of amazing treatments that they have for you. Here's something that you'll really be interested. Talking about, wellness and getting into life in a new way. There was a time when we never bothered about what we consumed or what type of care we took off when it comes to our body, our mind, our soul. There was a generation like that because everything was so fast forward. But now, especially the youth have taken into consideration, you need to fuel your body with only the right things, giving it the balance of, yoga and mind relaxation, and your body really needs to rest as much as it works. Now, considering all of that, Crystal Luxury Wellness launched their Crystal Villa, which is a one-stop place for all your wellness needs. It could be mind relaxation, it could be yoga, it could be Ayurvedic treatments, or even a nice dip in this fabulous thing called the floating pod. You have all of these options, including elixir, which is world-renowned. You can now visit Crystal Luxury Wellness for more details on all this and more. Welcome back to the show, in conversation with these two powerhouses about the beauty industry and also the niche that they have created. Now, I've always wanted to give this show as a platform for all types of talent, and it's very important that we speak about different elements that all makes Sri Lanka what it is. And I think Anusha has a client base that is so huge, especially there are people who have flown down and they're having a wedding here, especially if it is something that goes with Tamil culture. She's like number one choice, and I think it'll be agreed upon everyone saying that, oh my God, let's get her. And I think that comes not only with the type of work that you do, but also the type of professionalism that you come with, so that you're not given a dead rope at the last minute. And there isn't nothing that you can't do. You do from sari, flowers. You're like, I want to have a child on top of my head. Yeah, that's also possible. Let's put that child there. But you're like, when we see you, we see a little tomboy element to you at times. We also see a very tough businesswoman trying to, solve a lot of things on a day-to-day basis. But life was not easy, and I think you decided to live as a single mom. Tell me about this process. Is it hard to find a man who is supportive of a working woman, or is it hard to find a man who is not threatened by a woman who is independent?
I think Shara's dad was a good human being, but only thing,
Yes,
like,
been
we could
kept
have been
as
good
the
friends,
dad of
maybe.
Shara.
Dad of Shara. Yeah, we could have been good friends, but the compatibility, and when women start growing rapidly,
It creates
it creates issues.
But
and
how did you
at
face
20s,
it?
well, the way we see life, and at 40s we see, maybe I would have dealt it in a different way if it was now, maybe.
But was it hard for you at that particular time to make a decision? Especially, I'm no stranger to the whole Tamil community. I'm from it, and we know how inquisitive people could be, and also stories that could follow soon after. And also, more or less, women do get put into the wrong frame, saying, in Tamil, there's this statement, if you are Tamil, you'll understand, oruttu povanam koncham. Means you need to sacrifice a little bit, just you can't always be getting what you want. But these statements are never given to a man, but it's given to a woman, and especially a woman who could go there and sort of champion something. How was it for you at that time?
It was very tough, to tell you. Like, it's more of an inner thing, right? Divorce is not easy, and especially in a community like that, and especially working in the bridal industry. Even people said, like, no, you don't divorce. We had disputes, so you don't do it. You don't go for that decision because it will affect your business also. Nobody wants to get dressed
by a summer bridal.
Yeah. That was all there. And another challenge I faced was, like, my daughter started saying, like, I want to see Appa and Amma in you. So I had to play a dual character. So she calls me Ampa. Now she calls me Amma. Like, those days she used to call me Amma, Ampa,
Yeah.
So it was like the gender kind of, So I had to kind of look masculine at times. Handle challenges which a man could handle. It wasn't easy.
That is true.
Yeah.
But how was it for you? You were quite young when you only saw your mum. like maintaining a relationship with your dad, but not in the same framework.
Yes.
Was it something hard for you?
It was tough because I was pretty young. I was almost entering my early teens, and I didn't understand exactly what was happening. And the whole society, they started pinpointing a lot of things. Even while I was in school, the teachers used to call me. They used to like give me advices on how to bring mom and dad together.
Yeah,
And
it's too much on a child.
yeah, so like sometimes they find it uncomfortable to talk to my mom. They are scared of my mom. So everyone literally comes and tells everything to me. So it was very pressurizing. At that time, I started reading a lot of psychology-based books. So I self-counseled my own self.
Yeah,
So
because in Sri Lanka, actually now this counseling is spoken in public, but
Yeah.
I think a few years ago it was like, yeah.
So I started like counseling my own self, and that helped me a lot to come
But
out.
relationship between the father and the daughter is strong?
In the initial stages of the divorce, because I took my mom's side, to be very honest. So after
And always moms are always special, yeah.
so after growing up, I understood like there are a lot of shades to things that happened. So now me and my father, we have a very strong bond. Yes.
And that's what's, I think end of the day, I think as two adults, if it doesn't work, I think giving the child that freedom to make their mind is what's important. And I think
Definitely,
you have done a
yes.
great job with that. And I think that's what's important, to create that safe place. The whole Tamil community also comes. I'm saying this because I'm from it. Like my mum taught in a Hindu school, and she was never allowed to enter certain, because although we are Catholics, she couldn't enter certain Hindu religious events or take flowers from a child because she was a widow at a young age, which was seen as a, it's not that she wanted her husband dead, it's just that he died. But it's like, oh, that's a bad omen, and never come forward, always stay at the back. These are things that, of course, we never followed any of those, but because she worked in a Hindu school, she followed those traditions because it made a lot of people uncomfortable in the process. So I think
I think it's changing now. It's
Yes.
really changing. People are evolving.
and especially I think the newer generation is like,
Yes.
please just,
Yeah, and you live once, and you have to decide what you want to make out of it, and to be inspiring to the others, not to be judged by others and wait for validation
Yeah.
and all those, right?
never
Yeah.
wanted to see another beginning for you in terms of partnership, no?
I don't mind.
There you go. Yeah. Well, it's good to have an open book. Definitely. All right, we need to go into a break. When we do come back, I'm going to speak to you about something that we all need to get a lesson from. I think she was very open and transparent with me about this topic. This whole craze that we have for being beautiful, and with someone who is so knowledged, when somebody can really fool them as well. When we do come back after this. Thank you to our friends at Selyn for joining us on the show. Now, the fabric that I'm wearing right now is actually made by hand by this amazing woman who is seated there with all her dreams and desires in the Selyn factory working. Now, what's different about Selyn is the fact that it's not a fashion brand, it's a movement. They have not created women who have come and just worked and gone back home. They've created women who have become entrepreneurs, and they're home front leaders who may have faced difficulties in life with failed marriages, unsupportive husbands, or even a community that might have just moved them aside. Selyn has given them the hope and also the place to thrive, to earn, and also to build a family. So Selyn not only makes fabric, they really do change lives. Do visit Selyn today, because when you do purchase a product from Selyn, you're giving life and hope to so many out there. Welcome back to the show. It's Date with Danu, and I have to speak about something. You know, we all have this urge to have great skin, and there are a lot of people who fight for, you know, I want my skin to be white. And some of these people who have turned white are looking scary. I don't want to wake up to a person like that because they are looking literally luminous, in my opinion, and it's scary, and it's just not doing good for our society. And in midst of all of this, somebody who has really embraced her skin tone has been Anusha, and I think you have also brought your daughter up to really be, you know, there are makeup shades for a reason. And but you know, sometimes we need to know when we do treatments how to look after ourselves after treatments. Anusha had such a tough time in this. Please tell me what happened. And I know you had a 2-year real mental struggle.
Yeah, Danu, like my background is, my roots are from Kerala, so all my cousins used to be very fair. I was the only dark one. So, but I never worried about my color. My dad used to really praise and put kadalamav and all, like, you know, gram
like
flour, kadalapiti and all those to make me fairer. From day one, this had been there in my mind that I have to do something for my skincare. So there was a day where I got a pottu mark, a bindi mark, where I became dark. I went to get it treated.
That was allergy to the bindi.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then the laser was done to the whole face, saying that why don't we do it one shade, you can become lighter. That which was in the back of my mind to become fairer, fed from the society. I thought, okay, why not a little bit fairer?
Yeah.
Right, that, you know, fraction of a second I thought, and I said yes, and end up having a very dark skin, 9 shades darker than how I used to be. Not only that, I started having wounds all over, and I had to spray water every 10 minutes.
Just to keep the...
Hydrating, and it was terrible burning sensation. So after the treatment, of course, I'm very impulsive. I had to travel to Maldives also. And very unexpectedly, I had to get exposed to sun. Both shouldn't have happened. So both together, you know, really, really ruined 2.5 years of my career life. I had to be, you know, behind the scene, indoors, having all these treatments done, herbal treatments. I just again I switched to herbal treatments, and thank God I'm here now.
Yeah, that's true.
Bouncing back.
And sometimes, you know, we are not given the right knowledge when we go to get a facial done or a treatment done, because the type of chemicals they use, you can't. They say there's a reason why they say don't have a bath for like 10 hours. There must be a reason, and if you're not given the correct guidelines, you just end up. How was it? How were those 2 years for you?
Actually, I was supposed to go for my college in Singapore. I stood back because my mom was mentally, she was broken at that point of time. So
you can't blame anyone, right? You have to just deal with it.
Yes.
So that's the very first time I have seen my mom going through challenges since my small age, but that's the very first time she went through so much of mental trauma. And when we go for a function or anything, they used to come to me and ask, is this actually your mom? So then I had to respond to them. And I have never seen my mom cry, even during her divorce or even through sickness or anything. But the very first time she broke down, she was in tears. Because everybody psychologically, everyone who meets her, they're like, you're darker now, why? They pinpoint, and because her career is in the fashion beauty
you
industry.
always want to look the best.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that literally broke her into pieces. And after her laser burn, she got wounded and it was oozing all over.
God.
We went through a lot.
So it might have been a strong density of laser.
Yes.
My skin, I'm at 40s and my skin is dry, so they should have given the guidance accordingly.
So much to it. But yeah. Now the two of you are very, very close. And that was a time when both of you had shaved your heads off. And everyone, there were stories that you had got cancer. And
yes, rumors. Oh my God.
And I was like, what? So, but there were, while this was happening, there were also very nice photo shoots happening on one side. And I was like, this can't be cancer. What was the decision, just or faith?
It was a vow that my parents kept because I was 11 months and I got the dengue, and I almost lost my life. And that was about
11 months when you were born? After
yes,
you were born?
after I was born. And then my mom and dad, they kept this vow that
To shave
they
the
shaved
head of the whole family.
family.
Including hers.
Yes.
Poor soul, she didn't have
But
a say
we couldn't
there.
do it because we were
Yes,
separated
after the
and all
divorce
those,
and
so, like,
stuff. So
we thought
my
we should
priest
do it.
advised that like just before you get into the marriage, you have to complete the vow, and that's why we did it. Yes.
In fact, I wanted to have a tattoo here, but my mom didn't allow me to do.
So then y'all went and shaved your head.
Yes.
Oh wow, that's it. But
Yes.
no, y'all didn't feel like.
I kind of loved it. I wanted to continue like that, but
But you have still maintained the short hair after that.
I cut my hair after I lost my father. I was so close to him. So that was my expression. You know, I just
Right.
went and it was very
You
long,
are
wavy.
rebellious, aren't you?
Very much.
Yes, and very impulsive. That's also true. But you are the calm one.
Yes, I think compared to my mom, I'm very calm.
You keep the sanity. Yeah.
But
If both of y'all were the same, you all might have set the house on fire by now.
actually, we set the house on fire.
Yeah.
We literally fight a lot, but it's very progressive fights.
We believe that we are like two souls traveling together to achieve one common goal, parallelly existing. That's
Yeah.
it. We don't influence, not that regular mom and daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun that way. I think being a friend is more important than being a mum. I think that's when. Yeah. Time for a break. We'll come back with more. Do stick around. This is a dating dialogue. How would you like to digitally design your smile? Well, now it's possible, and you can actually see how your smile will be before you get it on you. Yes, with Align, they have brought in state-of-the-art solutions to really plan and give you a smile that is world-class. Now, when you do go, they will take your measurements, they'll tell you where and what is wrong and how you can adjust your teeth and how you can bring that $1 million smile to your face. More details when you do speak to the team there. They will take you through the process, and they'll even give you lots of options for you to choose from when it comes to giving you that perfect white smile that you like, to alignment, and also even the basics when it comes to a refill or getting your cavities cleaned. They have all the options under one roof. So as you know, because very transparent, can have any conversation. So I thought, let's ask the questions with our Kinky segment. This is what I told her. Watch the show, get prepared and come. I'll be asking outrageous ones. I've been very nice on this show. Normally I'm terrible. So this is from Midnight Divas. Now that you're in search of a man, you need to...
Oh my God, Danu.
So you can, use it. And you also in the market, or you're already taken?
Not yet.
Not taken. Okay, fine. Here we go.
Conservative people, Danu.
Huh?
Conservative people.
That was supposed to be a tattoo on the head. All right.
I don't like your expression.
This is to your mom. Now don't listen.
Okay.
Close your ears, please.
Closing the ears.
Do you prefer to take control or be taken control of?
What?
In a classroom. First or second? You just say that.
No.
What?
No.
No?
I'm not saying that.
So, can I take it as, I think, taken control of or to control? To control. No?
I'm not going to say this.
She's very shy.
I
in
know, I
this
can
matter.
see she's... Okay.
Okay.
Have you ever had a crush on someone totally unexpected?
Yes.
Who?
How can I say that in public?
That's the whole point.
Yes, of course, yes.
Such an easy question. Okay.
But I can't express.
You can't. All this mouth only for other things.
Yeah. That part of the brain is not developed properly.
Same here. I mean, I also can talk like as if I'm like working down all these streets like in some red light district. But when I talk, people think I'm like a real fast, very shy. Okay. Mom, close your ears. Daughter, lights on or off?
Off.
Mother?
I didn't hear that.
Lights on or off?
It's all on. Yeah.
No, not hear that.
Oh my God, off.
And? No.
And that's it.
What, on or off?
On.
On.
Off.
Off. Yeah.
Oh my God, Danu.
Here, I'm going to give this to y'all. Y'all take a. There are other things as well, not only like naughty ones. There are good ones as well. Y'all just
Thank you.
look at it and see what y'all like out of it.
You want us
No,
to see
no,
now?
you see it later. Can't open here. My God, all the Tamil aunties will be like, what is this? What is this show this girl has gone? Huh? Let's get into a break. We'll see what happens. Welcome back to the show. In conversation with these two, Anusha, and also, I want your full name to be told.
It's Shri Sharada Sundareshan Nair. It's a very
It's like
long
I've
name.
gone to a temple. Shri Sharada. It's like a full-on name, no? Shara is better. Brilliant. So we have some pictures. We did some digging and found us a few photographs that we wanted to ask you about. And I must tell you, I love this look.
Achacho.
It's
When I was
so
in school.
beautiful. You should grow your hair like this again.
Typical Indian
Kerala girl.
innocent girl.
Yeah, still innocent, I think. But tell me about this photo. Where was this?
This was during a Saraswati Puja. This is one
Here?
of my friends. Yeah.
In
In
Sri
my
Lanka?
school, Ramanathan Hindu Ladies
Okay.
College. Yeah.
You look so beautiful.
Thank you.
Actually, she grew her hair during the COVID.
I was
Up
wearing
to-
turban for
yes.
some time
Yeah.
and I was growing my hair. It came up to this. I went and got a nice haircut from Chagal and she said that I want my ampa back, then I had to cut it back.
Actually, yeah, that
Ayyo.
was my suggestion
She-
because I didn't like my mom with long hair. So I told
See
her
how
the
much
very
I've
next day
sacrificed
she
in
cut
my
it off.
life.
Ayyo, but I love this. Beautiful. So she's actually Indian origin and got stuck in Sri Lanka. What's the story there?
My grandfather was working for the British Army during Second World War.
Right.
He passed away in Sri Lanka.
So
So
then
my
you all just
grandma with
remained.
11 children, she got stuck.
11 children.
Yeah.
Just like
Young
my
widow with
grandfather
11
also. They
children.
really produced, no,
We're
at
the third
that time?
generation here in Sri
Yeah.
Lanka. Yeah.
Actually, they really produced.
What's that? Oh.
Oh,
When was this? Where was this? For what
How
is
old
this?
you were?
I was 19,
19.
19 years.
During COVID, right? We didn't have anything else to do.
No,
So we played dress up.
Yeah.
This is the haircut look. Y'all look so alike here. I think when y'all are not together, y'all look alike. When y'all together, y'all don't look alike.
What is
Does
that?
that make sense? Yeah. But y'all look so alike there. This was during the
Wow.
haircut time.
yes,
You were
yeah.
growing it, na?
Yeah.
I think maybe 4 months after.
Yes.
Oh.
When I was at Janet's, I did my first course with Janet Balasurya.
Okay.
So this was during the training. We were dressing each other.
You could have easily acted in films.
Sure. Where did you find these things
We
from?
have sources.
Oh, this was for a front cover shoot for Brides of Sri Lanka.
And that is Sahan, by the way.
Yes. Yeah.
I just really like these pictures.
These I took my own photograph, having set.
A selfie?
Yeah.
A selfie at that
No,
time?
not a selfie, like the old-fashioned cameras where you can time set and take photograph. Oh my God, this was there.
When was this?
I must have been 18 years old. Yeah.
If she had not come into this career, she
I
would have been
a photographer. I really? Yeah.
You should have just got into Tamil cinema in some way.
I too. Oh.
Where was
I was
this?
19 years old. This was at Captain Gardens Temple. I was attached to the Ramakrishna Mission, and they used to have these satsangam, music and all.
So you stopped wearing saris.
Yes.
Why? You look so beautiful. I have always said sari is one of the most prettiest thing that a woman can wear, because it can be sensual, it can be modest, it can be beautiful, all in the way you drape it.
Yeah.
When I saw her, I was like, I thought you all will be like in saris and all. I have to bring this up.
Oh, Danu.
It is I, by the way. So I used to do a segment called WTF a long time ago, and in that we wanted to experience everything that happens. Like if it is, let's say, if I'm going to make a fish curry, like what I will like go buy the fish, pick the right one, come home, like the whole process we wanted to experience it. And one of the things we wanted to experience was how long does it take to dress up. And we put her through this trouble, and because I was also very worried whether this will be spoken bad. Did you get any negative feedback?
No. It was all positive.
Which is amazing.
To date.
And it was a great experience, and I remember the team that was working with me was, you're my favorite, Ryan and Jonathan Vijayaratna, and they were like, you look like Chandrika. And we had so many comments coming in on the same line, so it was really a fun experience. And was I the only man you have dressed?
Yes.
Up to date?
Yeah.
Superb. That's a record to hold. Anyways, absolutely amazing having you on the show. I'm so happy that you made it, and also to you, Shara.
Thank you so much, Danu. It was
thank
a
you
very
for being
pleasant
here.
experience.
And I'm so happy that we spoke so openly, and I wish you only the best. And may you achieve bigger heights and greater heights, and thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
On that note, we need to wrap things up. Thank you for joining, as always, to enjoy another episode of Date with Danu. Until we see you again, you keep smiling. It's a wrap.